What you cook?
I made some salmon and asparagus. So I got a new air
Oh,
fryer. So this is the first thing I've ever made
oh,
in it.
oh,
Yeah. And I
cool.
use that jerk seasoning that we got from
Oh,
Jamaica. So I haven't tried it yet. Let me see. It's a little crispy, a little Cajun.
it's okay.
Um,
Taste it and
but
let me
what?
know.
Welcome, you guys. This is episode 42. Isn't that one of the baseball players, iconic baseball players, Jackie
Yeah,
Robinson?
Jackie Robinson, that was in that movie, ironically. Of course.
Using that
Yeah.
tour. Okay. This is our Jackie Robinson episode of Don't Listen to Me podcast. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Al. What's up, y'all?
What's up? We're blood sisters, and we're going to be talking to you today about some things. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
First things first, I am eating, but really just don't pay that any attention. Hungry. I'm a hungry girl, okay? What is in your cup tonight, sis?
Well, for me, it's a. I actually did I bring this over to Mom's? I think I brought this over to Mom's over the weekend, and then today I was like, you know what? That was hitting on something. No, no, no. I
Ooh,
didn't bring this to Mom's. I know where I brought it. It's a rose kind of day. Yeah, I'll talk about it. I took it to an event
nice.
over the weekend, and I'll talk about it. So yes, rose for me. And let me see what the percentage is. I never know what these. I buy these all the time and never know the percentages. Oh, it's just 10%.
Wow, that means you can have a little more than your normal
That made
helping.
I just sounded like a real alcoholic. It's just 10%.
No, no, 10%
Sorry.
that's pretty low. That is pretty low.
Yeah, that's lightweight.
Yeah,
What you
that's not a
drinking?
lot. Okay, so I got something different for y'all
Oh
today. Y'all
Jesus.
not even ready for this. Ooh, 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 ooh,
From last week
ooh,
when the
ooh.
comment, you got that drink? Oh, you just
No,
drinking.
what
Oh,
is
okay.
that? What was the
Okay.
comment?
It was a mixed drink with like oh that's ginger ale though, Sprite and
Oh, that was
something.
Sprite. No, I'm just
Okay.
drinking ginger ale. No, I'm
No
alcohol free
liquor.
tonight.
Okay, I'm with
No liquor tonight for me. You know, we have our moments where we're not
yes,
drinking liquor or
yes,
wine. This is
yes.
just, I'm
One of
not
those
drinking
that
tonight.
baby, you do you boo. You do you boo.
You know, it
Yes.
ain't no thing. But cheers to your rosé. Cheers to my Canada Dry. This is my favorite
Yes.
ginger ale though. I love ginger ale and Canada Dry over everything.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yes. That's the
Very
first
good.
sip of the day.
Oh, I know that's very refreshing.
That's always good when you come home from a long day of work and you like, ooh,
Mm,
ooh, ooh.
mm, mm, mm. Sis, can you kick off telling about your weekend? Because I want to dig into my salmon and asparagus just a little bit while you give us,
Have at it, baby,
you
and let
know.
me know how it tastes.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Oh, it look like a little salmon bowl.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm not mad at it.
I ain't mad at you
It's pretty
for
good.
making me hungry.
Mm, 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 mm.
No, so this
Mm-hmm.
weekend, what did I do? Well, I kicked it with my family for a bit. Um, so Brother B's birthday was 2 weeks ago, but back to back, he had busy weekends with, scheduled events already. So we always, I think we're pretty good about that, like getting together for each other's birthdays and doing something with all of the family. And so mom decided she was going to cook dinner. So we all loaded up and went down to the DVille on a Friday. This was last Friday, yeah. So we went down to DVille. Mom cooked. We had fried chicken. We had lasagna. We had hi sis, welcome. Hello, cousin. We were so happy to see your face yesterday. Woo woo. Um, we just had a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. We was eating good over down at the Sister Rose house, and
Very
Mm,
good. Like Auntie Tab
Auntie
says.
Tab, very good. Yeah, it was very good. And we celebrated B's birthday. Did we have, we did have cake. We did have cake. I didn't have any cake because that was my cheat day, but just food cheat, no dessert
Yeah.
cheat.
I was looking all around for a cake because mom called me like the day before and was like, "Can you bring a cake?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can make one." I'm like, "It's the day before. I can't make a cake the day before."
I
So
can't.
you know I don't
That's
have a car.
questionable.
So I wrote with Brother B to the birthday dinner. I was like, "We can stop at Publix and get you a cake if you want." He like, "Yeah, okay." So he picked out his own little cake treats, child.
That was the cake. Lord Jesus. I was thinking to
Hmm.
myself, like, now this ain't no birthday cake. But it was cake,
He wanted
y'all.
that red velvet. He said he wanted that tiramisu. I said, "All right, Ruffy, it's
Tiramisu.
your
I saw that
birthday."
and I was like, okay, I don't know whose idea this was, but it works. I'm not gonna eat any anyway. So yeah, so the fam was there. My baby, my grandbaby was there. Him so
He
sweet.
came in literally shoo, running like Sonic the Hedgehog all around the. I was like, he just came in, literally no greeting, just ran through the door,
No
shoo,
greeting.
running,
And he
running,
did,
running.
and we were in the car for a good 2 hours. We left at 5:30, and we didn't get to mom's at like a little after 7, like 7:20.
Mm-hmm.
And he did not go to sleep. And I was just hoping that he went to sleep, but thankfully he wasn't in a cranky mood. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna be so cranky.
Yeah, he wasn't
He
cranky
was
at all.
on 10,
He
baby.
was hyped. He knew he was going to grandma and papa's house, or must have.
Yes, he knew. So he was excited. But we had a good time, good fellowship. Still got home at a decent hour.
Yeah.
Saturday, I honestly, I kicked it with the grand. His daddy had to work, so me and him just kind of hung out. The My stepsons were here. We just all kind of hung out. I finally folded clothes that's been just
Nice.
there. That's a task in itself. Like if I could, I want a housekeeper for that purpose to put my laundry away. I want them to clean the whole house, but mainly to put my laundry away. I don't
Yeah.
mind washing clothes, but putting the laundry away, folding, hanging clothes,
Yeah.
it's just too
I,
much.
contrary to you, do mind doing laundry. You have a two-story like a huge home,
Mm-mm,
but
mm-mm,
your
mm-mm.
laundry is on the same level as the bedrooms. So
It's
your
just my
laundry,
worst chore. Chore. It's my
but
worst
but
chore.
I understand why you don't mind like actually doing the laundry. The folding, okay. But you don't mind doing it because probably because it's all on the level that the clothes are on.
True.
Me,
Oh yeah,
I
you
have like
got
the three
to.
story
You do have
uh
three
the the
stories.
the the laundry room is all the way in the garage, and where I live primarily is on the top level of my home.
Dang.
So I have to lug down two flights of stairs every time I'm doing laundry. So, and I don't like because there's like spiders in the garage. So I used to leave like my laundry basket like downstairs, just
Oh
maybe
no.
in the garage area, or like sometimes I would close it into the laundry room, but the laundry room is so tiny to where it's like
Mm-hmm.
I really can't leave a basket down there. But girl, I saw the biggest spider of my life the last time I did laundry. You know what I did? I left that laundry in the dry the dryer for a week.
I was about to say you left that forever.
For one calendar week, friend. Sure, I had a friend come over. I was like, it's a
And check
spider
it
in
out.
there. Can you
It's been
look?
there for a week.
It's been there for, it still lived there, I'm sure. Friend was
You
like,
know, made
girl,
a
ain't
home.
no spider up in here. Here, let me leave.
Child,
I
that
was like,
spider
okay.
done gone on by the business.
Yeah, it's probably on to the next one. But
Ooh.
yeah, I don't like doing any part of laundry. I don't, another, since we're here,
Yeah.
another random chore that I don't like is grocery shopping and putting away groceries. I know that's so random, but I hate
Oh, really?
putting away, probably for that same reason,
Oh,
because I have to like carry it from the garage
that's
up, up,
true.
up, up.
Okay. Okay. That. So you know
It's
what?
like
I'm
so
gonna stop
hard.
complaining because that is a lot, sis. I ain't mean to trigger you. My
I,
bad.
I'm
You right.
triggered.
My I ain't got nothing to complain about. My laundry room is literally right next to my bedroom.
Girl, but you got way more people laundry that
I
you're doing to fold,
I
so
don't do nobody. I don't even do my husband's laundry. I told him
you
not to do my
don't
laundry. He used to do my laundry, but
really.
no, I don't like him. I don't.
Oh,
I mean, it was a nice gesture, and I was very grateful. But I had to tell him, please just let me do. I got a separate baskets for a reason. I do my laundry, you do yours. I don't want to smell like my husband who is a manager inside of a warehouse. I mean, I'm not saying his clothes smell, but I want my clothes to be, I don't know. I don't want to sound mean.
okay,
I
sis.
probably sound
You
real
couldn't
mean.
really get yourself out of that hole. I
I
was trying to figure
know.
out how to help you.
It's not
I got
it's
nothing.
not it's not it's just a I want my clothes to be how I want them to be. I know how I like to wash my clothes. I put a little extra fabric softener in that thing. My husband don't want to smell all fabric softening. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, now
But I
I get it.
do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah.
So that's really the reason. It's not okay. I'm gonna stop.
Hi, cuz.
Hey, cousin.
The gang's all here.
Oh. So yeah, so I did laundry and that was it. I was on a straight and narrow this weekend. I ain't I ate right. Oh, I did go to my grandbaby mama. She had a going away birthday party and going away. And I actually bought the
Your
big bottle of rose.
grandbaby's other grandmother, right?
Yeah.
The other
Instead of
grandmother?
my
Okay.
yes, I call her the grandbaby mama. I mean,
The grandbaby.
yeah, she's my grandbaby mama.
She's
Just
your
like
grandbaby. She, Nisa,
grandbaby just a grandbaby
like your
grandmama,
baby mama,
but
but
like the
she's
baby
your
mama, but the
grandbaby mama.
grandbaby mama.
You're
Yeah, you've never heard me
you're
say that.
uncouth.
Okay, well yeah, she's my grandbaby mama. That's how I refer to
That
her.
is hilarious.
And
You just said it like everyone knew what was
I
happening.
did. I just expected you to read my mind and don't listen to me. My bad. But no, it was bring your own booze and
Fun.
it was a lot of like somebody had a big old thing of like Hennessy. I'm gonna bring me some wine because I'm like, I'm gonna just stick beside what I know. Brought this big old thing and it was all kinds of different wines. Tell me why my wine got gone first.
Cause it's
Everybody was loving the
delicioso.
everybody was loving the rose. I
I
came back
left my
from
oven on. I'm sorry. I
oh
just
well
heard
you
it,
better
child. Let me turn it off.
that's a good idea. That is a really good idea, love. But no, so it was a fun event. It was her birthday party slash going away party. She's leaving for work for a little while, but her birthday cake was like gorgeous. The food
Oh,
was
it's her birthday too.
her birthday is
I
oh
didn't know
shoot, I
that.
think it's her birthday tomorrow actually. So I'm gonna have to make sure I text her. But yeah, so it was
Oh,
fun. We had a good time, and then I just really kicked it for the rest of the weekend, prepared for mentally, spiritually, and emotionally for my upcoming work week.
girl.
Whew,
It's a whole
sigh.
self care regimen that's needed for that. I get it.
Come on. Yeah, what you get into this weekend?
Oh, I had a good weekend. Like you said, we went to our parents' house Friday for the um for Brandon's delayed birthday dinner. And we played. There's y'all need to know about
Oh
this card
yeah.
game. It's really fun. It's a Monopoly card game. So we played
Hmm.
that game, and it was tons of fun. We played with my mom.
That was
She It was
hilarious.
a complete hoot. She's
She's a
really
sore
funny.
loser.
Yeah. Why you laughing?
Get it from.
Like,
I am too. I'm like, God, Lee, I'm a sore loser.
mom was not feeling it. She like, well, what she's asking. It was fun. We had a
Well, I
good
don't
time
want to do
playing.
that. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna take
I know, I know.
that back.
It was fun. Then we let the old man played around, and he's always out of control. And then Nisa, it was y'all probably don't know this comedian. Maybe you do. His name's K Dub, and he has this
Oh
really
God.
funny joke. Lisa did that. She like reenacted the joke within the context of the game, and I was almost down for the count. She's hilarious. So that was fun.
Oh God, that's my favorite joke of all
Saturday,
time.
it was so funny. Saturday, I had a really good time. A friend of mine and I went to brunch. We spent like pretty much the whole day together. We went to brunch. Then we went to a beer and bourbon fest
Oh,
in, yes, at the Chattahoochee Food Works. It was so much
I
fun. So
bet
it,
that was
yes, it really
fun.
was. And it was during the day. So it was like, I wasn't out too late. Y'all know I sing for the Lord on Sunday morning. So I don't like to really do too much past a certain like 8 o'clock on Saturday if I can help it. And this thing was from 2 to 6. So it was
Wow.
over at 6. We left at like 6:37. It was a really good time. We
Mm.
had some, I don't like beer, but I can drink ciders.
Yeah.
So there was one of the stations that was a completely a cider station, and actually
Wow.
my friend doesn't drink beer either, so we both used all of our beer tickets basically at the cider station. Um, and there were quite a few stations that had bourbon, so it would just basically pour you a tasting, which was a 1 ounce shot basically, and you could
Mhm.
sip it. I like bourbon, but I like bourbon with pineapple juice usually because it's so
Mm.
strong.
Mhm.
So I was having to take him as shots. I tried to sip to taste at first, and I was like, I'm gonna lose my
Girl.
my mind trying to sip this bourbon. And it was
Girl.
three. It was three of them. So I shot,
Was you tipsy?
yes,
I'm about to
but
say,
not.
I don't.
Thankfully, we ate before. I drank a lot of water, ate, and spaced out the shots. I
Just being
wasn't
a little
like,
tipsy is fine.
yeah, I
Ain't
wasn't
nothing
taking the
tipsy.
shots like,
Yeah, yeah,
white girl
yeah,
wasted or nothing, but it was really a good time. And Chattahoochee Food Works is just a cool little
I don't
spot.
know where that is. Where is that?
It is West Midtown kind of area, so it's off of
Okay.
Howell Mill. You kind
Oh,
of got to
okay.
go a little bit of a ways, kind of back. I think there used to be like a K and G. It's not on that part, but it's one of those roads off of Howell Mill, and you just kind of go
Yeah.
back a few more minutes. Um,
Oh.
it
Okay.
was really fun. I had a good time, and then Sunday went to church. I feel like I may have done something afterwards, but I can't quite remember, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. Okay. Um, but we do have an announcement, guys. We want to let you all know. Uh, unless you had anything else, I'll
Nope.
move
Go,
on to the next part.
go,
Okay.
go ahead.
We have an announcement. So we are restructuring our podcast. We just want to do some experimenting to kind of relieve some of the load on our schedule and make a more quality experience for you guys.
Right.
We're trying to like fine tune what it is that we're doing here,
Yeah.
zero in and on a focus. So over the next couple of weeks, we will have much shorter, um, more so edited, pre-recorded podcast for you all to listen to. So maybe about 15 to 20 minutes max. And we'll just be doing different things. So we may talk about pop culture just in a shorter format.
Right.
And it might be edited so that you can maybe able to see the clips that we're referring to, all those different things. So we're going to try that out for a little bit. And
Yes.
then once a month, we will have our live podcast with you all
Yes.
commenting with us. So hopefully they'll give y'all time to kind of be like, okay, I know where I need to be this
On this
week.
Thursday.
Because the pre-recorded, you can watch those anytime. They'll be out
Right.
on the same schedule, but you can watch them anytime. But we definitely want you all to join us every time we have a
Yes.
live
Yes.
episode. So we'll
Yes.
keep you all posted. Make sure that you guys go to follow us on social media. My social media is, what is it? At Low Jolie on Instagram, which is where I'll have everything. And we'll
Let's
put
spell
our
that out. Oh, okay.
my
You'll
name
put it in.
Low, yeah, and
Oh,
yeah,
you
we'll
have
put
it
it in
right
the
there. Okay.
comments and pin it so that y'all can check out our social media pages. But just wanted to let y'all know that up top, so you know what to
Yes.
expect down the pipe. So, this, what you got anything to add to it?
Nah, yeah, we love y'all. We love logging in every week and having these wonderful conversations. We just right now we like Lauren stated we need to fine tune some things and really make sure we have the right angle. It's also just a very busy season right now. The last quarter of the year is typically the busiest for us, and we don't want to shortchange you all because we really do appreciate your support, your love, and we want to make sure that we are giving you guys all we got and not skipping or skimming you all. So we want y'all to be engaged, and but more importantly, we want to give you all the best versions of ourselves and our full attention. And that might not be every Thursday, but we'll give you something. All right. So we love y'all, and we gonna kick it. We gonna ride till the wheels fall off. So.
Period.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to set up tonight's topic? Y'all saw the title. We're going to be talking about the F word. That's right. Forgiveness. Ah.
Da, da, da.
I love that sound effect, sis.
Listen.
Production value already going
Come
up.
on, baby. No, y'all listen. This conversation kind of stemmed from I listened to a few clippings online recently, and while I am a big fan of this person's work, um Kerry Washington. Oh, cousin, don't make me emotional. Um, we love you. We love you. I'm a big fan of Kerry Washington's work, her catalog. I think she's a phenomenal actress. Of course, I feel like most of us was introduced to her, was Save the Last Dance, and then it took some years. She was in a few other things here and there. Of course, like Ray, she was in. What's another big one she was in? She was in another big one. Ray, and it was another big one. You remember?
No, I can't think, but I remember she named it on an interview that I saw. But yeah, she was in a lot of good
She was
stuff.
in a lot of good stuff, and then she really became popping with Scandal. And I honestly didn't. I mean, I'm not gonna go too much into this, but just listening to a recent interview of hers where she said that basically Scandal was the first, I guess, cast or show to like go live and tweet in real time on Twitter. And that's how they gained their popularity. And that's how even Oprah was like, the only reason I started to watch Scandal was because Twitter was so engaged and so, openly talking about Scandal. And even though I'm not on Twitter because I'm old and I ain't got time to be trying to learn new tricks, um, I was hearing a lot of buzz on Facebook and Instagram, and then people at my job and people were like, "Oh, you haven't seen Scandal?" I didn't start watching Scandal until like the third season. Like I had to catch up, catch up myself.
Same, yeah. It was definitely people at work for me,
Mhm.
and it was
Mhm.
like it was definitely it was the third season for me for sure because I
Yeah.
think that was the season that Columbus Short came in, and
Yes.
when I first started watching, it was a different guy, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So this was around the time where she of course gained a lot of popularity with this Scandal, right? And so as she was wrapping up Scandal, she was about to be a part of a show. Django. Thank you, cousin. I knew it was another big one. Django. She was about to be a part of a show where it basically talked about her lineage and did I say that right? Lineage, and she was going to trace back her roots, where she came from, and she told her parents about this, and her parents apparently called the network company and was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You actually can't, we don't want her going on this show because she doesn't know that her father, who she thinks is her father, he is not her biological father. And so the producers of the show, they asked, the parents were like, well, what should we do? And the producers of the show was like, well, We think you should have that conversation with her before she comes on this show and it's revealed on this show that this is not her biological father. And so they told her, she said they called her and told her they needed to talk. When she had dinner with her parents, they sat down and told her that her father was not her biological father, and she was a product of um, artificial insemination,
Yeah, a sperm
a sperm
donor.
donor, a
Mhm.
sperm donor. Yes. Did you want to add anything to that?
Mm-mm. That was
And
it.
so basically, she was writing a book about something else. And with that new knowledge, she was like, I can't write this book. She said she even tried to give the publisher their money back, and they were like, no, you have to write a book. And then she decided to write this memoir about herself, and it's called Thicker Than Water. And I thought that was a clever title
I like that
based,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
based on the circumstances. And she basically, I actually enjoyed the conversation that I in the interviews, the few interviews or clippings of the interviews that I heard with her expressing how well I feel like she took it, because she's older than me. She's born in the 70s. And they were basically saying how in the 70s that wasn't really popular for
Yeah.
people to just go to the farm bank. I heard our good sis, that chick Angel, said, you mean to tell me you didn't get pregnant by right next door? You know, I mean, and furthermore, she it sounds like she grew up fairly okay, like a middle class
Mhm.
family. It doesn't sound like she really, and I don't know her whole story. I don't know this woman, but just based on the conversations that she's had recently, it sounds like they were pretty well off. She was in a two-parent household, and her father treated her like his own. One thing that they said in the interview, and I don't know whether this was insinuated towards Carrie or if this was, and might be something that's going to be in the book. You may have to read it to know. But basically, it said, someone said along the lines of, well, when you went to the sperm bank, basically they said, my parents were my. It sounded like she was saying her parents picked the sperm donor out together, and they just wanted the sperm donor to be black and healthy, and that was it. And then they sent them home and said, okay, after it was done, now you go home and you have sex, and that will be your baby, basically. Like,
Mm.
and
Okay.
so you get what I'm saying? So it's not I guess it's like a
A mental
psychological,
thing. Yeah, psychological. I get
you know what
that.
I'm saying? And so I was just like, wow. I hear a lot about this nowadays, where it's kind of coming to like the forefront. More people are finding out, but she's over 40, and she just found out in 2018, only
Yeah.
because she was about to do a show that would expose, her to not be her biological father. What do you think about that? Tell me, sis.
It's really interesting to me. Like I thought, I don't know. I wonder what position as a parent you must be in to feel like we're never gonna tell our kid this. Like
Mhm.
she is like I don't know. And I did see some pieces of an interview that she did, where she was saying how her parents were prepared to take this to their grave. Like
Yeah.
they were never ever. She was never gonna know.
Mhm.
This woman living in the
It's
world. She
almost
was.
like Kurt. It's almost like Kurt when he thought that his dad was the man that died.
A
Kirk
lot of this is
Franklin.
happening. Kirk, I forgot. I watched. That's what I did Sunday. I think was watch that. It was
Oh.
so Kirk Franklin. I mean, that generation. I don't know. That is really a lot to think, and that
Mhm.
to me, that made me think about the conversation around forgiveness, especially the way that Kerry Washington is protecting her parents.
Oh
She is
yes.
not painting them in a
Not at
negative way
all.
at all. It's
Not at
like,
all.
and I some interviewers were asking her like tough questions, and she was saying, I think it may be harder for people to hear it than it is for me to write it because I've lived with this for 5 years at this point.
Mhm.
2018, when we say it, it sounds like, oh, she just found out, but
Mhm.
2018 was 5 years ago.
Right. That's true.
So, you know
We
what
done
I'm
been through a
saying?
whole pandemic, the Trump era, all of it.
A lot has happened. And shout out to our brother, good family member, our loved one. We just celebrated a year memorial of his transition to, to be with the good Lord on up on high. Hallelujah. And it was at a church, and his brother actually gave some encouraging words, and he spoke about forgiveness, about how um when he was thinking about what to say to these people who love his brother and love his family, who are coming to like remember his legacy and celebrate, or just come together for the 1 year anniversary of his transition. And he said he felt like God was telling him to talk about forgiveness. And it was because he was saying when his brother transitioned, they were on good terms and they spoke every day, and they had, they were not like not on speaking terms or had bad blood.
Right.
They were good. They were in a
Yeah.
good standing, and all of their family were in good standing with him when he transitioned. And he was saying how what would it have felt like coming to
Mm.
this 1 year in memory of my brother if we were on bad terms because of unforgiveness.
Mm.
And that really made
He
me
broke that thing down.
broke it down to the ground, baby. And when I say he was talking to your girl, first and foremost, I needed to hear that word. I needed to hear that word. It took root. It took root. Now I know I sound churchy right now, but that was a good word, man.
Deep
But
down in my soul.
okay, but it goes back to the way I think I'm like in such admiration. I've only seen one clip, but in such admiration of the way Kerry Washington is speaking about her parents, and talking, having so much like compassion and empathy for them. Like, she was talking about how she called them renegades. She was like, they're like renegades, almost like trendsetters, like they going against the
Yeah.
grain, doing going through that process, which was so not
Not
common. There
even
was,
common. Yeah.
yeah, you
Not
didn't
in
know
the
the
black
long,
community.
especially. So I was really like admiring her ability,
Mhm.
because even though she's there now, and maybe she is saying like, oh yeah, she had all this grace for her parents from the jump, but we never know. I can imagine it had to be some tough
Right.
feelings going on, even if she never vocalized them to her parents, because maybe she didn't want them to ever feel bad. But internally,
Right.
I can imagine she probably really did feel, some kind of way,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
had to process that, and forgive them, for holding this and having no intention of ever telling her. So
Mhm.
I, I'm just wondering, like, if I ever did my DNA test, which I haven't, and I found out one of my parents weren't my parents, girl, I'd be like, dang. So I'd be mad at everybody though. I'd be like, Nisa, Rashad, Brandon, y'all was all on the
You
scene first.
scoundrels.
So you mean you don't remember
You
mama being pregnant?
scoundrels.
Like what? Was she not pregnant? And y'all just
Girl,
been
I
acting.
remember verbatim, okay? Verbatim. I
I would be
remember from
so mad.
start to finish. No, but no, really, truthfully, I do commend her for one, being so open and honest about it, and two, like, man, the amount of grace that she's given her parents is really top notch because I have seen in my personal life people that I'm connected with that really still struggle with, even knowing it wasn't a surprise, and they knew that, hey, this is not my biological mother, not my biological father. Even people that I grew up with, or a person, I would say one person that I grew up with and I've known since I was a kid, who found out later in life that his father wasn't his father. And I think it, number one, takes a lot of courage for a parent to admit that. Most of the times I feel like, in situations like that, I I maybe I look at it and I don't know. Of course, don't listen to me. I don't know. I really don't know. But if I was in a situation where I had a small child and a man came into my life and took on that father figure role, and the biological father wasn't in the picture at all, you know what I mean? Like at all. And this person was willing to take on that responsibility and that role at such a young age. First of all, how can you tell a 1 year old or a 2 year old you're adopted? Well, what does that mean? Their
Yeah.
curious minds don't, even though, even if you're telling them, it still is going to have to be something that you continue to have a conversation about, because their curious minds can't comprehend what that actually literally means. So, in cases where I've seen or heard people say, I did not find out that this was not my biological father until I was big enough to understand. I think in that sense, I do get it. And even in some sense, you don't know her parent situation. It sounds like maybe her dad couldn't have kids the way they
Yeah.
presented it. So that was a way for them to protect her. And she even says
Hmm.
that. But again, don't listen to me. Everybody processes things differently. And that's not to say their way of processing it is right or wrong.
Right.
Everybody's different. And I don't know what I would do in that situation, but I can sympathize from a standpoint of the people in my life that I know, and I know that it's kind of hurt them in ways that I feel, man, if it would just have gone this way, then maybe things would be, you know,
Hmm.
a little a little better. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, that's a really tough one. One of the things that the speaker yesterday said was, I really like how he didn't really say forgive. He drilled in on forgiving your family and the people that you're closest to. Like
Yeah,
focus on
absolutely.
that. And I thought that was a really good way to kind of zero in your energy and your efforts into like making it seem like not such a big mountain that you have to like, oh, there's all these people that have wronged me. Oh,
Yeah.
my second grade teacher, I hate her because, and it's like, okay, no, I'm talking about your immediate family. Then once you work through that forgiveness, maybe you can take it out to your extended family, and then maybe friends, and go on and go so on and so forth.
Mhm.
um I have always thought of forgiveness as a mystery because people say catchphrases and like, oh, forgiveness is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies, or forgiveness
Mhm.
is more so for you instead of them. And while all of those things are true, and while yes, it is important to forgive, I've talked about this in therapy. No, I never really have heard anyone talk about the step by step
Give me the
for forgiveness.
playbook.
Yeah,
Give me the
like
play.
what are the steps? So I want to try to drill in on that part with you and like pick your brain about what are some of the specific actions that you think, and we're just spitballing. Ain't that what they say out right now? And everybody in
Kaput.
the comment, y'all in the comments too, what are things that you like, actual actionable things that you think could help, or help you walk towards and walk out forgiveness? For me, the first thing that comes to mind, and I know this is, cliche and it's like a buzz phrase now, but it's self work. I really think when you start to look internally, sometimes that the things that you find out about yourself The self-awareness that you come to when you stop kind of looking externally to blame or to try to
Yeah,
understand why your life is the way it is, but you look
right.
within yourself and like, hey, why, ask yourself questions about why is this the way that I react in these
Mhm.
circumstances? Why is this the way that I feel in this
Mhm.
person's presence? And you're able to think through and process that
Mhm.
P word process. Why, what, when, process all these things for
Yeah.
yourself versus, well, why did my daddy do this? Or why did my mom do that? Why did my siblings do this? Why did that person, my lover, do that? It's really more of a let me process my portion that I contributed to because I may never get an
Mhm.
answer from that other person. So I need to figure out how I can answer my part, which is
Yeah.
may not have been any offense. It could have just been a
Yeah.
feeling or a response or a reaction. I really think that could be a really key actionable step towards forgiving the people in your life that need it. And Kerry Washington, I don't know if she said anything about going to therapy or any
She
self
did
work.
actually. She did. She talked a lot about therapy. She
Yeah.
said after that she actually started going to therapy.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. She said after that she started going to therapy.
So I don't know. What are some of the things that you think? Do you agree with that? What do you think?
Let me just and listen, this is for me. Don't listen to me. The steps to
The step.
forgiveness.
That's
Yes.
what we trying to figure out.
Self accountability absolutely helps. And that
That's
was the
good.
first thing that I was gonna say. Lo, you hit it the nail on the head. A lot.
Wow.
I feel like we there are a lot of things that in some cases I have to forgive myself for
Ooh,
before
girl.
I can start saying, well, you did this, you did that. And how can I even forgive someone else if I'm not happy with the things that I've done in the past or to get me to where I am today, and I haven't even forgiven myself.
Nisa.
And
Whew,
so I really
that's
I'm not
good.
kidding you when I tell you, and I know y'all may think I'm lying, but if I'm lying, I'm lying. Do listen to me.
Yes.
I kid you not, one of the things that I was praying about, this is why this word was for me, that I was praying about just
Oh,
this week was for God to help me to forgive in certain areas. Kid you not,
wow,
to the
sis.
point where I would my Bible. Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this real quick too.
Yeah.
I read my Bible on my app, right? I
Hmm.
was reading my Bible, and then just yesterday I found out how to go back and see all the highlights that I do. I be reading my Bible
Oh,
every
I
morning.
don't know
First
how to
thing
do that.
you girl, everybody see my highlights. I just found
Oh,
out.
yeah,
I
they
got
do.
likes. I got all these likes from my highlight. I'm
Okay.
like, what? I just found this out. I'm today years old when I found this out. So just Monday, I'm reading my Bible, and the first thing that pops up was a scripture about forgiveness. And it's something that I know I struggle with because I feel like I think that we take it to heart, like loyalty and people that really are going to be there for you. And if you going to be there for me, that means you got to show it with your actions and not just say it with your words. I don't care about what you're telling me. I want to see you act that out, right? And so I'll just be honest, I don't be wanting to forgive. I don't be. I mean, if I'm just being honest, there are certain things that people have done to me to where I don't want to forgive. I just simply don't. And so that's where I know I have to take a step back and just be like, okay, well, you know what? Let me work on me because clearly there's something within me that I'm not dealing with that is not allowing me to forgive this person. Because there are people that I have literally cut off and I've forgiven them though. Guess what? I'm gonna forgive you, but that doesn't mean I have to condone your behavior, respect
Mm.
respect you on a level of, oh, we can be friends, or we can kick it, or we can hang out, or we can be the buddies that we were at one point. No, I'm gonna forgive you, but we also are going to have to go our separate ways because you no longer serve a purpose in
You
my
know
life.
what?
And
Y'all
so
still ain't got me no mic, but the remote will have to do. I just dropped it on you. I want to,
go
before the
ahead,
comments
interject,
go,
baby.
no, Brother Kev, this is really good. He puts the steps to forgiveness. One, recognize no one is perfect. Two,
Mm.
relinquish your right to get even. Even three, respond to evil with good. Four,
Ooh.
refocus on God's plan. Okay,
Let me
and we
tell
just gonna star
you.
that because talk about a word. That's good. That's just straight, plain out, flat out good.
You know what? Just a
Oh,
little quick.
yeah, yeah,
I should have brought
good.
my mic. You should have, cuz.
I
Just a
still
quick
need
testimony.
that.
Can you put Kev's message up again? He said, respond to evil with good. No lie. My baby who's in college, she me and her talk a lot about, because she her attitude is like mine, and she just be no BS. She ain't with the ish, y'all. She is
Yeah.
not with the ish. And I just have to tell her, because she's so young, and I see a lot of me and her, because my mom did this and my mom still does this, and we'll get to that. But I have to tell her, baby, you got to kill people with kindness. You can't
Hmm.
respond the way they respond. As long as you are responding the right way and the appropriate way, then God will reward you. That's always our conversation. So this week
She's
she
gonna
calls.
remember that forever too.
Oh,
So
she remembered it this
that's a
week.
good.
This week she
What
calls
happened?
me and tells me, and it's along these lines. So she says that since she started school, it's a lady in the cafeteria that's always nasty to her every time. And she says she always speaks to her. She's like, "Hi, how you doing?" And she's always chipper to her. And she says every single time she's like kind of like snappy. She acts like she doesn't want to talk to me. She says, but I kept doing, I kept being nice, killing her with kindness. And then she said, do you know she talked to me today? She was like, she talked to me like we were friends. She actually was asking me questions and was complimenting me. She was so excited
Oh
about
my
the fact that
gosh!
she stood her ground and continued to be nice to this person. And
Wow!
eventually
Look at
the
that.
lady came around. I was like, you see how God just worked that out?
It really, and you know what? I want to stay right there too because that is such a good principle. It's hard to hear, and sometimes
It
I think we
is.
hear
It's
that
hard to
and we're like,
do.
"Oh, I can get spat on, shot at, stabbed,
Yeah, take it
and
out of context. Yeah.
just be like, "Oh, but I love you and I want." No, that I don't think it doing respond to evil with good means
Hmm.
respond to evil with engagement and
Hmm.
giving people
Hmm.
access to perpetuate that cycle of
Right.
abuse and evil. Good, I think, means um, respond to them with the understanding that this is not the person, this is the principality.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? And
mics around here tonight,
respond
baby.
respond to it with good, the good that we know. And I'm not saying that everybody is a Christian. Y'all know we church girls, we're Christians.
Right.
So I'm speaking from that vantage point, but respond
Yeah.
good from that particular space. And I remember, so this is kind of another side of that. Sis, like not my niece, your daughter was being pleasant and kind, and the woman actually came around, softened her heart, and
Hmm.
and showed her kindness.
Yeah.
That's not always the
No,
story.
it's not. It's
Sometimes,
not.
yes, sometimes it's just do good and that person gonna stay in their evil. But guess what? God's going to remove them from that situation, or he's gonna position you to not have to continue to be around that environment. And that's I have that personal testimony. I was in a really toxic living arrangement for a while. And I remember I was calling Nisa like, this person that I'm living with is I think they're going through something and I'm the closest to them because we live together. We were roommates, we live together. So I feel like they're lashing out and I feel like I'm being bullied and I didn't like the feeling. I'm like, this is I want to defend myself in a way where I'm like fighting back, like paying evil for evil. I wanted to. But when I tell you I fasted, I think you fasted with me, sis. We fasted over this. We prayed. I asked God, help me to not respond the way that I want to. And when I tell you I responded with such love that the person that I was living with, it completely disarmed them. They were not prepared for the way that I responded, completely disarmed them. They admitted, yeah, that wasn't cool the way I treated you. And literally a month later, they were like, I signed a lease somewhere else. God worked that thing out for your girl.
Jesus, work it out. Jesus, work it out. Jesus, work it out. Let me tell you something. This is why I really do, and don't get it wrong, because there are
Oh, I
still
still got
times,
Kevin's. Oh,
cause
Kevin
cause
running.
it's
You running
good.
over the church, Kev.
Come on, Kevin. Come on. Look, he
You
talking about come on.
started it.
Come on.
You started it, brother.
Listen,
I'm sorry, sis. What you saying?
no, seriously, I think there are times where I know for me, I've seen this play out to my advantage so many times, to where I know that God can really, really, really change the trajectory of a situation. And so I think
Hmm.
even when people say, like, they do, and they say, you guys are so positive, like things will be happening and chaos will be going on, and then you're looking at the brighter side, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I do think that started with I know it started with my mom, our
For
mom,
sure.
because there have been times where she'll just call me and be like, the Lord told me to tell you that you're just gonna have to forgive, because forgiveness. And
Mm,
she really, I think with me, because my heart will really turn cold. I just
mm.
told y'all, I don't be wanting to forgive all the time. It's not even the fact that I'm just stuck in my ways. It's hard. and
It's
and and the preacher said it
it feels
yesterday, like,
impossible.
especially when it's people that you love and that
Correct.
the closest to you, and you like, how could you do this to me? How could you betray me like this? How could you let me down?
Girl.
It's like almost
Ooh.
like it's like a slow burn sometimes, and you're
It
just
feels
like,
sometimes like physical pain.
it's painful. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's painful. So there have been times where, and I got some folks on my lip.
Ooh.
I got
Ooh.
oh, sorry. My bad, my bad.
And drop the
I
iPad.
done dropped the iPad. My bad. It's just falling
You're
all over the
talking
place.
good, sis. You're
I
talking good,
I
sis.
I got some folks on my list where I'm like, Jesus, see, that was Jesus telling me, well, get them off your list. Get them off your list. Whoo! I hear you, Jesus.
Look, that's the word for the saints tonight. Get them off your
Your
list.
list.
Dun,
The way you just
dun,
sang that.
dun.
Girl, let me get this iPad back together, baby. Come on now. Set up. Set
Get
up.
them
Okay.
off your list now. Ooh, I'm taking
No,
that with me.
listen, no, I ain't lying. I got some folks. I got some people that I still got beef with, and I really be talking to God like, God,
For real though.
you gonna have to, you, Lord, are going to have to teach me and work on
Yes.
me so that I can forgive them, because it does me no good to be
Honey,
angry at them. What they gonna do for my
isn't that a trip?
life?
That really is a trip. Like they did what they did.
They did what they did.
We here now. Like, but it is you are girl. You are so not wrong. It's like such a shocking thing for people to do certain things that are just so horrible that
Yeah,
it's hard to let it go. That's why I'm like
it's hard.
these step by step is oh now wait a minute, Kevin.
What do you say?
You have to recategorize them on your list.
How do you? Okay.
I really need some more deets on that because
Yeah,
that could be hilarious, like
Kevin,
shady, or
you're
it
gonna
could
teach a
be
class.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
gonna teach a
We
class.
we need to lock in with the with our good brother and because he seems to really know the things
He
about forgiveness.
he on something.
But what I wanted to say though, back to again Kevin's point, recognize that no one is perfect. The speaker yesterday
Yes.
also said something along those lines. He
Ooh.
essentially opened up by asking everyone in the room who in here needs forgiveness from
Mm-hmm.
someone or from God. And obviously,
Mm.
all of us raise our hands.
Hands up high.
Kevin, this is the word from on. You got to
Reason,
recategorize them.
season, li-
Like,
okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting
Okay.
down, brother. I'm picking up what you're putting down, brother.
Reason, season, lifetime. That is no
Woo!
truer words. No truer words because you
Just
have people that
recategorize
are
them.
there
Oh,
for a reason, season,
okay.
lifetime.
You know what?
Kevin's gonna write a book.
The block is hot. The block is too hot. And I just want to say that one thing. Since we all need forgiveness,
Yeah.
that was one of the things that really stuck with me. Since we need forgiveness, it's imperative for us to give forgiveness. And
Yes.
I really love what you said, sis. Like that is forgiving yourself. Oh, that
Hmm.
that's probably the first person a lot of us need to go on and work out because
Sat
a lot
down
of
with.
yes,
Just go on
set
and sit down with yourself. Work that
set
on
down
out,
with
baby.
yourself. He was saying things like, we can't let shame and pride make
Hmm.
us not essentially forgive people.
Hmm.
And I really think that could go to ourselves too. We're
Yes.
ashamed of the things, so we're holding
Yes.
ourselves to decisions that we made, or we're so prideful we don't want
Mm.
to admit, that we need to forgive ourselves for some things. So,
Hmm.
oh,
That's
child.
powerful.
Mm,
I really
mm, mm,
do.
mm, mm, mm.
I really do want to work more on, forgiving others because I can get to a point where I'm just like, man,
Yeah,
especially
same.
especially if it like, involve people I love, involve
Correct.
my children. I'm like, I just can't. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but God's working on me. And at the end of the day, Matthews, I'm gonna tell y'all about this. What Matthew say?
What?
Matthew 6:14 say, "For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you." 15 say, "But if you
Oh!
do not forgive others their sins, your Father will not forgive you of your sins." Now, who am I to be forgiving folks? And I know I need the Lord Jesus to forgive
It's in the
me.
book. It's in the book. You look just like your mama when you started reading that, child. It's in the
That's why I had on my
book.
readers tonight because I knew I wanted to read y'all a little scripture.
Ah, you're so unserious. Ah, girl, oh, this was good to me, child. Y'all, you know what? We gonna we
We
gonna
got to
get
work
this
on
forgiveness
forgiveness.
thing
We gonna
together.
and we gonna get a
From
play
hook or crook.
by.
No, I'm just kidding.
We
Just
gonna need a play pastor last night. Shout out to Kay Young,
mm-hmm.
to brother Kev. We got the
Yes.
we got the it's a collaboratory. This we got to collectively put this thing together.
Listen, we got to work this
Woo!
out as a family together, okay?
'Cause that
We work
that
that on
that
out,
hard right
y'all.
there. That's hard right there.
Ooh, the devil
And
is busy.
I do think as a family, and of course, not share too many details, but I feel like as a family, there have been a lot of things that we've had to overcome, and our mom, even with her like telling me and preaching to me and encouraging me to be on the path of forgiveness. She also showed the perfect example of how to be the person to forgive when
Yeah,
there were obstacles and things that transpired in our family that I don't know many families that would have gotten
right.
through that had it not been for forgiveness. So,
100%.
woo,
A
Jesus.
100%.
Mm,
Thank you, Mama, for the example. Because
girl.
Lord knows we struggle with it with the example. If we didn't
Where?
have the example, my God, the
Where
streets would
would
not be
we be?
safe. Child, we would have
Y'all wouldn't
been
see
done
us.
put
Y'all wouldn't
somebody up
see us
in the
on this. Don't listen to me
okay.
podcast
You would have saw us on America's
on
Most
the boulevard.
Wanted. Okay. Oh well, down a boulevard. I'm thinking too far. We were on the run, child, because we done did some stuff to some folks that done messed with us.
One or two, or both, or all of the above, all of the above.
Oh, girls that put me in C-sharp, brother can
Woo!
go. Said, you better
Dun,
begin.
dun, dun, dun,
Okay,
dun,
okay.
dun, dun,
Yeah, 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 yeah. We needed that. Tune
Yes.
me up.
Ooh, I'm about to go
That was
listen to
good.
one of my church songs so I can play shout when we get off.
Oh, yeah. It's gospel music month or something. So we
Hmm.
got something fun for y'all on these next coming weeks.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that are going to be more short form again. Remember, I think we've said what we needed to say about forgiveness. Lord, thank you. Lord,
Oh,
thank you for
bye bye.
helping your sons and your daughters
Hey, because we all need it.
forgive. Yes. Did you have anything else on that topic before we kind of wrap it up here tonight,
Nah,
sis?
baby. I think we said it. We said it. We said it. And listen, don't listen to us, but do listen to us because forgiveness is the way. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, yeah.
All that Atlanta coming out. You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
okay. But yeah, thank y'all for sticking in here with us tonight. Well, that was a really good conversation. And hopefully it was,
Yeah.
hopefully it was impactful, resonated with y'all. Um,
Yep.
Again, just as a reminder, we're restructuring the format of our podcast, so we won't see you live. We will see you live again. We're talking about what date did we say, sister? You want to give a date, or you want to still?
The second Thursday of every month. So that
Yeah,
will be
the
um 2 weeks
12th.
from, yeah, two
Yeah,
weeks from
2 weeks
today.
from now. So we will have something fun for you all next week that we'll post, and you can watch it. It'll be a shorter format, so maybe 15 to 20 minutes, if that. But it is something fun. We have the idea already that we want to do something along the gospel music. We told y'all we're church girls, so we have something fun that we're gonna have pre-recorded for you, and it'll be available Thursday the 5th to watch. And then on the 12th, we'll see you all again here live, and we'll have another good conversation all together as a family.
Yay.
Okay.
Awesome. I do have a quote to end us with. Forgiveness does not change the past, but it does enlarge the future.
Mm,
I
very
don't know
good.
who said that, but I liked it.
Oh,
Waiting on these episodes like Andre 3000 versions. That's why we fool with you. That's why we fool with you, cousin.
yeah. Yes, we love
Man,
y'all.
nah.
Thank y'all for a
Thanks
great,
so
great
much.
conversation tonight. We
Absolutely.
appreciate each and every one of y'all. And we'll see y'all next time. Have
Share,
a good
like,
week.
subscribe. Share, like, subscribe. We love y'all.
Always. Bye
Bye.
bye.